Hello viewers, welcome back to our YouTube channel 3D Parametric Solid Model Drawings. Today we will create an assembly file of PipeWrench in Autodesk Inventor. In this video, you will learn the full modeling process of this model and its components. Okay, alright. We have used 8 part files and 1 assembly to make this assembly. Some tricks I am showing you at the beginning of this video. If you want to get the file of this model, I have given the link address in the description of my video. By visiting that link, you can get it easily. Okay, that's it. So let us start the tutorial. Now we will create a new part file from here in Autodesk Inventor. Click OK. First of all, we are going to create a base handle of my model like this. Okay, alright. Now we will activate the line tool from here and draw a horizontal line over the construction line. Fix the coincident constraint between the midpoint of this line and vertical construction line. Its length will keep 0.68852 inches. Now create another line on here and fix the dimension on over it. Fix the dimension between these two lines. It will keep 5.5 inches. Now we will create an arc between upper and lower end points of the line for connecting it. And its radius will keep 24.31678 inches. Now we draw a vertical line from the end point of the arc and its length will keep 3.875 inches. Now we will draw some more lines with the given dimensions in the design window, something like this. Now we will fix the angular dimension between these two lines. It will keep 85.24 degrees. And we will take the offset inside of this aligned edge. Okay. And fix the offset distance on here 0.063 inches. Now erase the extra line by activating the trim command. Now convert these two lines into construction geometry. Now we will create the lines over this construction line like this. Fix the dimension 0.17589 inches. Okay. Fix another dimension on here. It will keep 0.125 inches. Okay, alright. And now we will activate the rectangular pattern tool from here. Okay. Select these two lines in the graphics area. Now select the top construction line, which will keep as a pattern direction on here. And fix the pattern value 8 and pattern spacing value 0.125 inches. And click OK. Now see. Now we draw two more lines on here like this. Set the aligned dimension of this line. It will keep 0.30085 inches. Now we create two more lines with the given dimension on here to close the sketch profile. Now we will create a mirror of this arc. Okay, now my sketch is complete, so we will exit from the sketching environment. Return to an isometric view. Now we will activate the extrude command. Okay, select the sketch region in the design window. Now we will choose the symmetric plane option from here and fix the extrude distance value 0.469 inches and click OK. Now see the result. My first extrude feature has been created here. Okay, that's it. Now we will open the visibility of Sketch 1 from the browser bar. And start the new sketch over the XY plane. Now rotate the model and close the dimension visibility of the previous sketch. Now we will take the project of all the sketch lines on here like this. And close the visibility of the back sketch. Now we will draw one more line to close the sketch profile. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the extrude command. Extrude this sketch 0.7188 inches both sides from the center plane. Okay, now see. Now we will rotate the model in isometric view and save the part file. Now we will create a new sketch over the top face of the part. Okay, choose front view. Now we will activate the slice graphics command from the design window and take the project of entire model by activating the project cut edges command. Now take the offset inside of the outer edges of the model like this. Apply the dimension 0.204 inches between these two lines. Now we take another offset of this edge, okay, and fix the dimension 0.75 inches. Now we will draw some more lines on here, something like this. And now we will take the offset inside of the outer projected arc of the model like this. And fix the dimension 0.125 inches on here. Now we will draw two more lines like this. Okay, alright. And fix the dimension on here. Now we will activate the trim command, okay, and we will select these extended lines on here to remove it. Okay, my sketch is complete. Finish the sketch. Now we will activate the extrude command and select this sketch region. Choose the cut option on here. Fix the extrude distance value 0.03125 inches and click OK. Now see the result. In the same manner, we will create another slot on here. Now we will create the new sketch over the top face of the model and take the project of this face. Now we will create two horizontal lines over these endpoints of the projected sketch line. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will extrude these two sketch profiles on here and fix the extrude distance value 0.0149 inches. Okay, that's it. Now we will activate the mirror command and select the three extruded features from the browser bar. Choose the mirror plane option and select the XY plane. Click OK. Now we will rotate the model opposite side to see the result. Okay, alright. Now we will apply the fillets over the 8 internal corner edges on here. The fillet radius will keep 0.125 inches. Activate the hole command from here and select this face. Okay, choose the top edge and fix the dimension 0.219 inches. Select the second edge and fix the dimension 0.25 inches. Now choose through all option and fix the hole diameter 0.25 inches. Click OK. Now see, my hole is created here. In the same manner, we will create another hole over the side face of the model like this. Set the dimension between this inside edge and the hole center point. It will keep 0.57519 inches. Set another dimension between this edge and the hole center point on here. It will keep 0.23463 inches. The hole depth and diameter value will keep 0.125 inches and 0.0625 inches. Okay, alright. Now we will create another hole over the opposite side of the handle like this. Now we will create the fillet over the front and rear side curved edges on here. The fillet radius will keep 1 by 16 inches. Okay, now see, it looks great. Now create a new sketch over this slot face. And take the project of YZ plane and this face. Okay. Now we will activate the text tool from here and write the text over the text dialog box like this. Now we change the text justification center. Change the font size from here and set the text height. It will keep 0.25 inches and click OK. Now see. Now rotate the text in this position by using the rotate tool. Okay, alright. Fix the coincident constraint between the midpoint of this line and construction line. Now we will draw a vertical line on here and fix another coincident constraint between this line and this midpoint. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the emboss tool and select the engrave from face option from here. Select the text. Okay, choose the reverse direction button and fix the depth value 1 by 32 inches. And click OK. Now see, my text is properly engraved over my pipe wrench handle. It is looking very fine. It's amazing. Now we will change the emboss feature color as red. Now we give the fillet over the two side edges of the handle like this. The fillet radius will keep 0.125 inches. Okay, now my pipe wrench handle is completed on here. Close the part file. Now we will create a second inch part file. Click OK. Now we draw a horizontal line over the construction line and fix the coincident constraint over this line. Its length will keep 2.79896 inches. Now create another line from here and fix the dimension 2 inches. Now we will draw some more lines on here like this, and its length will keep 1.79895 inches. Okay. Point 88856 inches. Okay. And fix this dimension 0.65625 inches. Now we will draw an arc between these two endpoints of the lines. and fix the radius of this arc. It will keep 1.13898 inches. Okay, now my sketch is fully constrained, so we will exit from the sketching environment. Now we will activate the extrude command, select the sketch and choose the symmetric option on here. Fix the extrude depth value 0.8125 inches and click OK. Now see, my first extruded feature has been created here. Okay, alright. Now we will give the fillet over these two corner edges of this extrude feature. Set the fillet radius 0.25 inches and click OK. Save the part file with the name part 2. Now we will edit the sketch 1. And create a horizontal line from the midpoint of this line, and its length will keep 0.24391 inches. Now create an arc on here. Okay, finish the sketch. Now see, my feature has been modified on here. Okay. Now we will create a new sketch over the top face of the model. Create a rectangle on here. Its height and width will keep 0.75 by 1.34375 inches. Now we will take the project of the top edge. Give the dimension 0.75 inches between these two lines. Okay. Now we will take the project of this side edge and fix the dimension 1.5 inches. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will cut this sketch through all over the body. Okay, alright. Now we will create a sketch over this side face and take the project of this face. Create a rectangle on here. Its height and width will keep 0.5 by 1.1875 inches. Now we will fix the dimension on here. It will keep 0.15625 inches. And set another dimension on here. It will keep 0.15829 inches. Now we will create another rectangle on here over the opposite side of the previous rectangle. And fix the dimension over this rectangle in the following way to fully constrain the sketch. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the extrude command. Select the two sketch regions in the design window. Now we will select the cut and through all option from here and click OK. Now see my both slots are successfully created here. Okay, it is looking very fine. Now we will enlarge the second slot on here. Okay, create a new sketch over this face and take the project of this face. Convert the entire projected lines into construction geometry. Now we create a vertical line and fix the dimension 0.15625 inches. Draw a rectangle over the construction line. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will cut this sketch profile up to this internal face. Okay, now we will create a new sketch over this face. And take the project of this face. Now we draw a rectangle like this. Okay, finish the sketch. Rotate the model in this position and create a new work plane at an offset distance value minus 0.25 inches from this face. Now activate the extruded command and select this rectangle. Select the cut option. Next, we will choose the to option and then next select this work plane. Click OK. Now see the result. My internal wall has been removed up to this work plane. Okay, save the par file. Now we will activate the hole command and select the top face. Select this edge and fix the dimension 0.25 inches. Select another edge on here. It will also keep as the same dimension. Now select the through all option and the hole diameter will keep 0.1875 inches and click OK. Now see. Now my second par file is completed on here. So we will close the par file. Now we will create the third par file on here. And start the vertical line over the construction line. Its length will keep 3.938 inches. Now create another line on here and its dimension will keep 0.468 inches. Now we will draw some more lines on here with the given dimensions to close the sketch profile. Now we will activate the revolve tool and select the vertical line for axis of revolution. Click OK. Now see. Save the part file with the name part 3. Now we will create the new sketch over the YZ plane. Okay, alright. Rotate the model and activate the slice graphics command from the design window. Take the project of the entire model like this. And now we will open BSP thread profile part file from here. We have prepared this sketch profile parametrically. If we keep any values in its pitch, then all its dimension will be changed. Okay, that's it. Now we will go to the edit sketch option from here. Okay, select the all sketch lines from here. Okay, click copy button and paste this profile in my previous part file. Okay, select this line, convert it to construction geometry. Okay, now we will create a horizontal line over this profile to close the sketch profile and delete all the dimensions from here. Activate the rotate command and rotate the sketch from this point. Okay, fill the value 180 degrees. Click done. Now we will move the sketch profile from this endpoint and fix the profile over this endpoint. Now we will fix the dimension between these 2 points. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the coil tool from here. Now see here, the profile is automatically selected in the design window. Okay, choose the y-axis. The coil preview is visible here in the design window. Choose the reverse direction button in the axis section. Okay, now we will go to the coil size tab and select the pitch and height value option. Set the height value. We will show this dimension in the graphics window. Okay, and set the pitch value 0.205 inches. Click OK. Now see the result. My actual thread has been created here by using this tool. Okay, it looks great. Now choose isometric view by selecting the view cube. Click save the power file. Now we will create a new sketch over the YZ plane. Now we will activate the slice graphics command from here. Okay, and take the project of entire model by activating the project cut edges command. Okay, now we will open the visibility of my previous sketch profile. Now we will test the coil tool on here as we had given earlier in pitch value whether it was made or not. Okay, alright. Now we will take the project of the pitch line on here. Okay, now draw a line over this projected line. Convert this line into normal geometry. And trim this line by activating the trim command. fix the dimension over this line. Okay, now see the result. My pitch value is shown on here. Okay, that's it. Now we will close the visibility of the sketch 2. So we will exit from the sketching mode. Rotate the model in isometric view and save the part file. And now we will create a new sketch over the back face of the model. Rotate the model in this position. Now we'll take the project of YZ plane and XY plane. Okay. Now we will create a rectangle from here and fix the height of the rectangle 1.050 inches. Okay. Fix the width of the rectangle 0.2915 inches. Okay, all right. Now we will activate the coincident constraint. Select the midpoint of the rectangle line and select the center line and fix the coincident constraint between them. Now select this line and fix the dimension 0.25 inches. Okay, now my rectangle is fully constrained. Now activate the mirror command. Select the rectangle from here. Choose mirror line. Select this line. Click OK. Now see. Now select these two lines and convert them into construction geometry. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the extrude command. Select these two sketch profiles from here. Choose cut option and select the all option and click OK. Now see the result. Click save the part file. Now we'll create a new sketch over the side face of the model. Now we will draw a rectangle on here and fix the width of the rectangle 3.5 inches. Set the height of the rectangle 0.374 inches. Okay, that's it. Now we will fix the coincident constraint between these two lines. Okay. Now we will take the project of this side edge and fix the dimension between these two lines. It will keep 0.188 inches. Okay, now see. Now convert these two lines into construction geometry. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the extrude command and cut this profile. Set the depth value 0.031 inches. Okay, now see the result. My slot is cut here over this face. Now we will mirror this cut feature over the opposite side. Okay, rotate the model on here. Now see my second slot has been created using this tool. Activate the plane command from here and take a new work plane at an offset distance value 0.375 inches from the front face of the model like this, and start the sketch over this plane. Now we will take the project of YZ and XY plane. Okay, alright. Now select the top view. Close the visibility of this plane. Now we will create a rectangle in the design window. Apply the dimension 0.719 inches over this line. And fix the coincident constraint between the midpoint of the line and center line. Give another dimension on here. It will keep 1.8905 inches. Now we fix the tangent constraint between this line and outer curve edge. Okay, that's it. Finish the sketch. Now we will extrude this rectangle 0.313 inches in an upward direction. Okay, now see. Rotate the model in this position. Create a new sketch over the YZ plane. Now activate the Slice Graphics command from here. Take the project of the entire model like this. Draw a vertical line from this endpoint. Give the dimension 1.188 inches over this line. Okay. Create a point on here and apply the dimension over this point to fix it. Draw an arc between these 2 points. Its radius will keep 0.249 inches. Now draw another arc on here and its radius will keep 2.552 inches. Okay, finish the sketch. Save the PAR file. Create a new sketch over the YZ plane once again and take the project of these sketches in the following way. Now create one more line on here to connect these 2 points. Okay, finish the sketch. Activate the extrude command. Now select the distance option and select the surface option from the output section. Select the open sketch profile in the design window. Now we will extrude this surface 0.375 inches both sides from the center plane. Now see, my surface has been created here. Start the sketch over this face and take the project of YZ plane. Now we will draw a horizontal line on here and fix coincident constraint on over it. Its dimension will keep 0.188 inches. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the 3D sketch command from here and take the project of this surface edge by activating the including geometry command. Now we will activate the 3D line tool from here and draw a line on here and fix the coincident constraint between the midpoint of this line and projected line. Its length will keep 0.3125 inches. Okay, finish the sketch. Create two work points over both the endpoints of the line. Close the visibility of the 3D sketch from the browser bar. Now we will create a new work plate by selecting these 3 points. Okay, alright. Start the sketch over this plane. Now take the project of these points and the entire model like this. Convert all the sketches into construction geometry. Now create a line over this projected point. Now draw an arc and its radius 0.249 inches. Create another arc on here and its radius 2.552 inches. Convert these selected lines into normal geometry. Now create a line like this. Erase the extra line from here. In the same manner, we will draw one more line on here. Okay, alright. Finish the sketch. Now we will close the visibility of this plane. In the same manner, we will create another 3-point work plane over the opposite side of the model. Okay, that's it. Now see the result. And create the same sketch profile over this plane that we had done previously. Okay, finish the sketch and close the visibility of this extrude surface. Now you can see that the two sketch geometries are created on here. And now we will activate the loft tool from here. In the loft dialog box, first of all, we will select these sketch profiles on here that will be called sections. Now see the loft feature preview is visible here in the design window and click OK. The loft feature has been properly being created on here. It looks great. Now we will create a new sketch over YZ plane. And take the project of the entire model. Now we will take the offset of this projected line and fix the offset distance value between these two lines 0.0625 inches. Now we will create a vertical line on here and fix the dimension 0.125 inches between these two lines. Now we draw another line on here. Fix the same dimension over this line. Now create one more line on here to connect these endpoints here. Okay, alright. Now we fix the coincident constraint on both the endpoints over this line like this. Okay, finish the sketch and activate the extrude command and cut this sketch through all over the body. Now see, my first teeth has been created over the body. And now we will activate the rectangular pattern tool from here. Select the extrude cut feature from the design window and in the direction section, select this edge. Okay. Now choose the reverse direction button and set the pattern value 8 and pattern spacing value 0.125 inches. Click OK. Now see the result. Now my all the teeth are looking very fine. Okay, that's it. Now we give the fillet over these two edges of the model. Now my third part file is completed on here, so we will close the part file. Now we will create a rotating wheel of my pipe wrench model as you are showing an image of this model on here. Okay, that's it. So let us start the new part file from here. Click OK. Now we will create a circle from the center point and its diameter will keep 1.188 inches. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will extrude this circle 5 by 8 inches both sides from the center plane. Now we will create a hole over the top face of the part by activating the extrude command. The hole diameter will keep 0.689 inches. Okay, now see. Now start the new sketch over the YZ plane. Choose section view. Take the project of the model and convert the entire sketches into construction geometry. Now we will create a BSP thread over this hole with the help of coil tool as the same that we had done over my previous part. But this time the pitch value will keep that you have seen on here. Now copy the sketch and paste into the previous part file. Place the profile on here in the following way. and create a thread like this. Okay, now see the result. Now save the part file, name it as part 4. Okay, select the outer cylindrical surface of this part. Choose the part face color as metal steel nerd. Okay, now my part looks great. Close the part file. Now create another new part file from here. Click OK. Now we will start the base sketch of the rivet of this model. Draw a vertical line on here. Fix the coincident constraint over this line. Apply the dimension 0.09375 inches between these two lines. Now we will create another line on here. Its length will keep 0.125 inches. And fix the dimension over this line 0.8125 inches. Now we will draw two arcs over the top and bottom side of the sketch like this. Fix the radius of the lower arc. It will keep 0.15545 inches. Fix the radius of the upper arc 0.28559 inches. Now draw another vertical line to close the sketch. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will activate the revolve tool and select the sketch profile. Click OK to execute the command. Now we will apply the fillets over the internal edges of the rivet like this. Okay, it's looking very fine. Now we will save the PAR file, name it as PAR5, and close the file. Now we will create another rivet on here like this. Now we will create a new PAR file. Now create a line with the given dimension. And fix the angular dimension between these two lines. It will keep 88.46 degrees. Okay, and its align dimension will keep 1.802 inches. Now we will draw some more lines on here with the given dimensions, something like this. Okay, finish the sketch. Now we will extrude these two sketch profiles 0.406 inches both sides from the center plane. Okay, alright. And save the part with the name part 7. Now we will apply the fillets over these two edges of the model like this. Now we will create a hole over this face. The hole diameter will keep 0.0625 inches. And now we will make one more angled strip on here in the following way. Now create a hole over this face. Save the part with the name part 8 and close it. Finally, all the part files of PyPrinch model are finished here. So now we will create a new assembly file in Autodesk Inventor. Click OK. Now we will activate the place component command from here and place the part 1 file in this assembly. By default, the first part has already been placed as a grounded component. Do not need to give any mates over this part. Okay, that's it. And save the assembly with the name PipeWrench. Now place the part2 file in the assembly. Now we will activate the constraint command from here. Now we will select these two whole axes of the components and apply the mate constraint between them. Open the visibility of XY plane of part2 and XY plane of assembly. And fix the flush mate between these two work planes. Click OK. Now see the result. Now close the visibility of these work planes. Now we will activate the constraint command once again. Now choose Angle Mate option from the Place Constraint dialog box and select these two edges of the components. Fill the angle value 4.77 degrees and click OK. Now see the result. Now my part2 file has been properly fixed over the handle. Now we will go to the Inspect tab and activate the Analyze Interference command. Now we check the interference between these two components. Click OK. Now see the result. No interference detected on here. Okay, alright. Now we place the part3 file in the assembly. Rotate the model in this position. Now we will open the visibility of YZ plane of part3 and XY plane of the assembly and fix the mate constraint between them. Now we will give the flush mate between the front faces of these two components like this. Okay, now we will select this one and fix the mate constraint between them. Save the assembly. Now we check the interference on here once again. Okay. Now we will place the part4 file in the assembly. Now we will select the center axis of these two components and apply the mate constraint between them. and drag the part on here. Now we will edit the part2 file from here and create a new plane over this midpoint of the slot edge. Okay, alright, return to an assembly environment. Now we will fix the mate constraint between the center work point of the part 4 and this plane. Okay, that's it. Now close the visibility of work point and plane. Now we will activate the degrees of freedom button from here. It denotes that which part is left to give a mate. Okay, alright. Now we will open the visibility of XZ plane of part 4. And XY plane of part 3. And fix the angle mate on these two planes. Now we will place the rivet on here. Fix the rivet over this hole in the following way. Now we will place second rivet and part 7 file in this assembly. And apply the mate constraint between these two holes. Now we will apply the mate constraint between this point and this plane. And fix the rivet over this hole. Now we will place the second plate on here. Select this hole and apply mate constraint between them. Now we will fix another mate like this. Now we check the interference between these two components on here. Okay, now see the result. Place another copy of this rivet on here and it fix over the hole of this plate. Save the assembly. Finally, my pipe wrench assembly has been completed here in Autodesk Inventor. I hope you will enjoy this video. If you may like this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share this video your friends and colleagues. Okay friends, goodbye.